Well, what up, guys? Here I am in the emergency room again for the third time at Jupiter Medical, and they're finally ordering a CAT scan. So I'm hoping that it shows um, serious troubles. Well, it has to. I mean, something has to pop up because the pain it's absolutely unlivable, and this is what I want. This is what I wanted from the get-go. I never wanted to just waste time at home on meds, but I think once they find out what's in the CAT scan, they'll probably say like, "Whoa, there's something going on up there." At least I hope. Oh my gosh, like if it's, I can't even do that. I winced instantly from the pain. But this is a quick update. I'm gonna edit this together hopefully tonight when I get back, and wish me luck. What up, guys? So I'm back home after a long stay in the ER, and it was my third visit. I was really just trying to score some more oxy for the pain because nothing else seemed to really be working. And I mean, finally they decided to give me a CAT scan, and the results were a little funny because he's like, nothing looks too serious, but he did mention some stuff with my spine. I don't know, misaligned or whatever, and it might be causing a pinched nerve. And he said, in the CAT scan, he saw some weird muscle spasms. But in my opinion, I mean, whatever's messed up is causing the muscle spasms, because my arm was twitching like so crazy at times. Just the tricep area was skipping around, and I felt forearm things going on. And I asked him, I'm like, well, if nothing looks too serious, why is the pain like unreal? 3 words he said to me: I don't know. So I'm supposed to follow up with some sort of specialist. I don't know really what they're gonna do, because I'm not insured yet. And even when I am insured, I don't know what that's going to do, because it's going to require me going to the healthcare district, which is so terrible. You can even Google it. If you Google the CL Brumbach something facility, if you just look up like healthcare district Palm Beach, you'll see it should show up. And you can look at the reviews lately; they're terrible. They're like 1 star. Like I waited, you got to wait forever to get any kind of care, and even when you do get care, it's probably like, I mean, actually, I don't know. I'm sure it's terrible. They don't even like to give you anxiety medications. They might refer you to some other doctor. So really, you're going to go there to get like another referral, and then maybe after you see that person, then maybe you'll be able to get help or whatever you need. And then I got some bad news about my mother, which if any of you have been following my channel lately, she was in Tampa Bay, or the Tampa area, at their cancer center, and they were supposed to be like taking out cancer. They replaced both of her hips, and then out of nowhere today, I called her. Her phone was like off the hook all day, so I don't know if it was on purpose or by accident. But I talked to my mom for like a split second, right? She answers the phone and is like, hey, the nurse wants to talk to you. And I guess they had given her some pain medication, and I guess the nurse said she had fallen asleep. And she says, well, we've pretty much done, the hospitals has done all they can do. And when you hear that, it's trouble. Because last time, when I talked to the cancer doctor in Tampa, they said, we did a lot for her, and didn't really say much other than we cleaned this out, we did this, we did that. And I mentioned that I saw like another tumor on her back, and I said, well, are you guys going to take that out? Because I know it's just going to get bigger and bigger like the other one did until it exploded. And then he seemed like sort of dismissive of it, and he's like, well, we don't want to like put her under again, it might kill her or whatever. And I'm like, that sounds weird. I mean, you just, it's not even very complicated. I'm sure you could even give her like a local or something in the area and do what you need to do. But anyway, then that faded away. I didn't like talk to those people. So basically, then I think she was a nurse who I was talking to. She was really nice and everything, but it's like she was like, well, the hospital basically wants to discharge her and move her to a hospice. This is while I'm sitting in the ER, worried about my health. You know, I'm worried about my pain, worried about if I'm going to walk out of there with any sort of pain medication, because earlier in that day, like I had let pretty much, you know, all the meds get out of my system, and the pain was starting to creep back to unacceptable levels, to where, like, you know, I forgot how bad it can get, where it's a constant annoyance. I could be laying down. It doesn't matter what position I'm in when it's at its max threshold, so to speak. So, well, like you know, I'm worried about my health, like I said. So I'm talking to her, and I'm just getting like just an overflow of information of like what's gonna happen. You know, her name's on everything: the apartment, the car, the insurance, the bank account. And I just talked to SunTrust the other day, and I said, why can't I cash this personal check of mine? She's my mother, and you know. No, so I had to go to cash checking place, and they cashed it, no problem. They're like, we just need to verify that the check's, you know, legit. They did it. It took like, I don't know, $5. Big deal, right? Here's your money. No, and a legit bank can't do that. It's ridiculous. So the bad news is that I guess, you know, they want to send her to a hospice, and you know, when someone goes to a hospice, all they're gonna get done for them is they're just gonna literally be taken care of until they die. So it's like she's never coming home. She's never gonna work again from home. She's never gonna see home, basically. And I had a bad feeling just from the get-go when her pain was getting like unmanageable from home, and I basically would have to do everything for her. I just, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, you know, this isn't good. This is not good. And she really wasn't getting proper cancer treatment at the time because she couldn't move properly. So it's like a catch-22 situation where someone needs either chemotherapy or they need something, you know, better, and they can't go. Like, what do you do? I don't even know. Like, what do people do in this situation? No one has any answers. Like, all this cancer research money is going to things, but then nobody can answer a simple question. It's like, well, what happens if the person who has cancer can't leave the house? No one, unless you're rich, right? Unless you have serious money and you can set up a place in your house where they get treatment, and a nurse comes by, or I mean, I don't want to say a live-in nurse, because there's nowhere to live in this particular complex. It's like it's not an apartment, but it's also not a house. It's like something right in the middle, like sort of like a condo. I can't think of the word right now for some reason. It's just too much in my mind, but it's escaping me the word I'm looking for. But anyway, guys, this is the update. I have no idea what's going to go on. I'm still going to try to post War Thunder videos, and I know that might sound absolutely ridiculous with what's going on, but it's like, I will try to, I need some free time to do what I want to do. I mean, otherwise, you know, why live anyways? I mean, I pay the bills, and I mean, bills need to get paid still. It's, you know, life goes on. It is what it is, and I need the bank to at least put my name on the account. So I need to call them, and I need to tell them the situation, because certain things need to get done real quick, because I mean, I don't know how much longer she has. I really don't. And like I said, I got my own problems. They came at the worst possible time I mean, there is no worse time to be in physical pain than the timing of everything that has happened. It's just like, it's overwhelming. I think overwhelming for anyone, especially someone in my circumstances, to where, I brought her from Ohio to Florida, and, I was living with my girlfriend at the time, but like we get along better like apart actually. It's, so we both, decided a long time ago that when if you get in a fight with someone, it's best just to like, well, I'm going home. I don't want to fight. I go home, and then tomorrow's a new day, and then we'll worry about it tomorrow. Like, we're a lot of couples, let's get married right away. Let's live together. That's why they break up. It's because they're forced together. When you're forced together with someone, I don't know if it's the woman, I don't know if it's the guy, every situation is different, but people panic. It's a psychological problem. They panic, then they think, well, let's have a kid, it's going to solve problems. It does not solve problems, it creates more problems, trust me. So, I'm going to wrap this up because this is getting long. Long story short is I did not get the Oxy that I wanted. I got something else. I got Ultram, or quote-unquote Tramadol, which it's sort of working, I guess. It's like timed release. It's supposed to take it every 6 hours. It's not quite as effective as immediately. But either was the Oxy really. The pain was so great that, like, if I let the pills get out of my system and then I started from scratch, I was always suffering a good, hour of full pain, or at least 75%. 100% is when I didn't know what was going on. I just sat in my bed and I felt pain, and I was like, what's going on? And I thought, oh, I'm gonna rub this, I'm gonna rub it out on the wall. I'm gonna like try to like unhinge this nerve or whatever, because I was like, seriously, I was having panic attacks. The pain was so immense and so crazy of pain. My body didn't know how to do with it. My body did not know how to cope with it, and I didn't even know how to cope with it mentally. So like, I felt like a prisoner in my own body for like the first time ever. And I'm like a workout guy, as you can see in my little, thumbnail pic. Like, I worked out my whole entire life, and now it's like I'm forced to not be able to work out because I'm afraid, like, I can't really fully even use this arm. If I try to do a pull-up, my body leans. And this was on the Oxy, like, because it numbs like all your nerves. So like, I'm trying to do a pull-up, and my body just started gravitating towards my right arm. It was very strange, like, and I wasn't trying to do it. I wasn't like, oh, let me do this pull-up, but let me just take it easy on this side. Because what's the point of doing a pull-up if it's going to be uneven strength? It's just ridiculous. And, I would try to hang there and maybe do some knee raises or whatever. I don't know what I can do and what I can't do. It's not even worth trying to find out. So I lose all my gains, whatever. That's the least thing on my mind. I mean, really. It's like always on my mind, but it's the least important. So guys, I'll upload this today, and at least you guys will know what's going on. So yeah, I was actually just watching Slick B's video, although his channel is actually called Slick Plays. It's not even called Slick B. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So till next time, guys, I'll try to update you on what's going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a War Thunder video or not tonight. I mean, I might try. It's just I'm not excited about War Thunder lately. The Brits hash is totally nerfed. The rockets are nerfed. And a lot of people are so glad for it, but I'm just not glad. Because, like, if I was the Soviets and I get killed by, like, a Spit, I don't care. Because you know what? I can go and be this. I can go and be the Brits, and I was good at rockets. Now it's like I get a direct hit on an engine, it just sets it on fire, and then maybe I get killed in the sky. So I don't really have like all the chances that I normally would have. So everything just took a big steaming pile, like literally almost all at once. I mean, all I had was like I was having fun with War Thunder. I was loving the Brits. I loved the way Hesh was working, finally. And then they go and nerf that too. It's like, I just don't even want to be the Brits. just is what it is. So, I'll keep you guys updated as best as I can. Sorry for the long video, guys. This is ridiculous.